Okay, hi and Assalamualaikum, Dr. Faz, Dr. Marda and also Dr. Falik. My name is AFZAR HAIQAL bin Abdul Ghaffar. My metric number is J19A0073 and I am from SBT3. So today I would like to explain about my answer for final assessment for this subject lah. Firstly, I need to choose one of the RTE food product. So I have decided to choose just biscuit in a or cookies in a tin as my RTE food product. Like this from all time brand. They are also brand like Jacob that are famous. I think I just choose biscuit in a tin as my RTE food product. So now I would like to explain about PFD, which is process flow diagram to producing this RTE food product. Like you can see, doctor, this is my PFD. Firstly, we need to pre-mixing all the raw ingredient like sugar solution, milk solution, flour, fat, ammonia, and also some additive to produce these cookies lah. And then after pre-mixing, we need to mixing it using mixer lah. And we need to ensure that we always monitor all the factor like mixing time, water, creaming, so that we can get the good RTE food product lah. And then forming, for the next step, which is forming, we can use laminator, gout roll, sheet reduction to forming each shape. And then we need to baking it, baking oven, using baking oven, baking time, temperature. Also baking time and temperature, we need to always monitor it to ensure our cookies become in a good shape, in a good taste. And then we need to cooling it, cooling time also we need to ensure it, we need to always monitor it. And also using cooling conveyor. And then packaging, of course at the last step of any food product, I think we need to packaging it. We can use metal detection, stickers, feeding cute, wrapper, printing, carton sealing to packaging it. And also the packaging need to be interesting to attract more attention from the customer. Okay, and then that is about my PFD. And then I need to explain about HACCP that I choose. Okay, this is the HACCP principle that in general. So firstly, conduct a hazard analysis. Of course, we need to conduct a hazard analysis, and also we need to identify maybe there are some hazard that happen in during our PFD that I explained just now. And for this food RTE food product, the hazard or contamination that I think always occur, I think maybe biological or physical contamination. Chemical contamination maybe not tak selalu. Yang that always occur only biological and physical contamination. So to avoid it, we need to conduct a hazard analysis and then determine the critical control point, which is CCP. CCP mean step or method on how we want to prevent the hazard that we identify in the first step just now. So like physical contamination, maybe there is a hair from the workers drop into the ingredient, so we need to always monitor and buangkannya supaya ia tidak so that it not make our cookies fail, production fail. And then establish critical limit, and then establish monitoring procedure. We need to always monitor, establish corrective action like I mentioned just now. If there is any error, we need to do the corrective action as soon as possible, so that the like what the contamination not spread to the other product quantity, ada produk ke produk yang lain lah. And then establish verification procedure, and also establish record keeping and documentation procedure. This is also important because for us to avoid we do the same mistake in the future. Okay, and then for the C question, hygienic zoning. So this is the example of hygienic zoning that I think very suitable for my RTE food product. Okay, they are four zone that we need to know. Firstly, non-production zone, which is the zone that not related in our food production, like toilet, office, like that lah, place like that. And then low risk area, the place that we keep our raw material. So in this step also, we need to always monitor it so that there is no contamination happen. And then medium risk area, not support microbe growth. This place usually has packet product. And then for the last area, which is high risk area, that RTE lah, RTE food product, last product and product. This is also we need to always monitor it because it can support the microbe growth. Because RTE, right? And we need to avoid the microbe growth lah, so that our food product not fail. Okay, because microbe usually can grow in a keadaan yang lembab, so that we can avoid lah keadaan yang macam tu, so that microbe tu takkan boleh merebak. Okay, and then analyze the GMP that involved for the last question. Okay, for this for this last question, GMP, which is good manufacturing practices. Actually, from my understanding lah, in the class, good manufacturing practices or GMP is the step that we need to ensure all the step, all the process, all the equipment in a good condition, so that our end product will be also in a good condition lah, like that. So we need to always check the equipment, the workers also need to follow the rule properly. Okay, and then for the GMP, really related lah with food safety and also hygiene in our life. And then GMP also, there are some like association that we can refer to check if some of RTE food product get it high level of GMP or not, like Mesti, Jakim, BEST, HAS, VHM. All these organization, if one company it practices a good GMP, so that that company will get approval lah from all these association that I mentioned just now, so that if a company get a high level of GMP, means its product also will be in a good condition and also for surely safe lah for us to consume it. Like that from my understanding. And then note, and then end of question paper kan. Okay. So I think 10 minit lebih. I think that's all from me. Thank you.